What's up, friends of the good mood? This is Manni and welcome to a new video series right here in War Robots, where I'm trying to give you my combat analysis and thought process in matches. Like, for example, here. This guy told us with his fire that we're supposed to go and take that beacon, while he's gonna make sure to try to get the middle one right there. And I made sure, I understood what he was trying to tell me, so I took the beacon for us together here. And I was also, with a longer range weapon, able to still assist him down here, right? It made sense to capture it this way around, not if he has gone up here and I got in. That wouldn't have made very much sense, because he's the guy with the shield, right? And although they did get Beacon Z, we were trying to hold it this way, or trying to get it ourselves. Enemies are running in there with two Carnages and Thunders, it seems, and we're trying to make use of our long-range advantage with these RDB, these Tulumbas, at 500 possible meters range. Firing one, stopping because I know he's gonna fall down, and then firing again to make sure to maximize our firepower and not waste any kind of potential damage by missing, right? Same here, this Lancelot, we couldn't really have dealt a lot of damage to him, but since he dropped the shield, we were able to. To the upper left corner, we see a Death Button Griffin walking up. But I don't want to yet, put up my shield. I want to first get in range to capture the beacon. So I wait for him really close, and then I activate my shield. Emptying his complete magazine right there without dealing any real damage. He just dropped all his ammo and only took down my blue energy shield. Meanwhile, I was sitting inside the range of this beacon to capture it further, and we have gotten it. This little pattern with aphids right there was trying to shoot us with aphids. Thankfully, I was able to kill him before he hit me with all his aphids. And because he died, all his aphids went into nothing. They vanished into thin air, basically, because he died. And here I thought, okay, this guy has no shield anymore, so I walked up around the corner, trying to bring him down his shield, but his shield had already, regenerated, so it was kind of a bad move at this point. This guy's walking up here, taking our beacon. However, he does get attacked from behind too, and our Leo here with Thunders and Magnums is probably going to have a good chance of dealing something in there, because the enemies have already lost kind of their firepower there. This is still the same Griffin from before, I think. No, it seemed to have been a Plasma Griffin, and thankfully we were able to take him out very quickly, 300 meters range with our own Death Button Griffin. I'm trying to walk into the 300 meters range to do the same to this guy down there, and thankfully I was able to get it. Now, unfortunately, I'm unable to get back onto this little platform, and some dude is firing at me with Hydras, and that drives me nuts. I hate it when people fire at me with Hydras. So I'm trying to jump away here, getting back up behind cover where I thought I was safe from Hydra fire, but as you can clearly see here, I was not. I don't know where they are coming from. It seems weird because I'm so far behind this building, and it's not even this guy to the left. It's not this guy, it's somebody else firing around the entire map, hitting me from behind the building. I was trying to ambush this guy, but of course he was very, very much aware of me, and still Hydras are hitting me. So someone is very obviously focusing me out completely with his Hydras, and now I see the guy firing the Hydras. Do you see him in the background? Take a look at Zone Odins, back with his Fujin, firing his 3 Hydras right there. This is the guy firing the Hydras around the map here, and I don't understand how he can hit me from the left side around this huge building here with his Hydras. That is very weird. He must have been finding some kind of weird spot where his Hydras are firing way up into the air and then coming from all sides. I know he's gonna come around the corner. I'm trying to jump back in a way where he can't see me. That's what I was trying to do here, guys, just to explain to you. I know he's gonna kill me in like one alpha salvo of his Tarans, but I could still, since his shield is down, I could still take him down if I jump away from him like this, okay, and fire all my weapons now. He has no line of sight to me yet, but he is walking into all my rockets. So I would have a chance to take him down with my low HP by jumping and moving backwards like this, and letting him run into my line of fire. Problem is that Hydras caught me in mid-air. Obviously, Zone Odins had still nothing better to do than to fire his aphids, his Hydras around the corner there, thus making my nice, thought-out move there completely useless. I spawned in my Galahad because I knew I was going to be able to counter the Taran Lancelot right there, and I knew there was a Hydra shooting Fujin. And with my plasma weapons here, I can completely go through the energy shield on that Fujin, and with my shield, I don't have to be so afraid of the Hydras. But it seems like this guy has switched. He's no longer in his Fujin, he's now in an RDB, and therefore completely counters my bot. Like, just by complete random chance, this Zone Odins decided to ditch his Fujin and jump into the one bot that counters my new bot completely. Even though he had no idea what I have, and I was the one trying to counter him. Wow, I was very unlucky with this one here, because I thought I was gonna be able to do a lot with my frontal shield, but my frontal shield was completely useless because he had the big splash rockets, and the first time my shield would have been useful against that Plasma Griffin, I was killed from behind by some kind of thunder from that Lancelot. So that was completely, well, it didn't work at all. That's what I'm trying to say here. My thought has not come, or my whole strategy completely went into the drain, down the drain. Firing the aphids here across the distance here, 350 meters range. I like firing aphids across obstacles. I like aphids in general. This bot here is one of my most favorite bots. It's the so-called Spec Ops Griffin that I have, right? It has two aphids, two Orcans, and is therefore able to hit people and around cover and force them to jump. For example, you fire one aphid at a Griffin, you know he's going to jump to evade the rockets, and then you fire the second aphid, and you're gonna deal damage then and have his jump released, so it can jump on him. This Galahad right there is very annoying to me because he's not only having Tyrants on it, he also has rockets. Probably, yeah, he must have pinatas on it, and that makes it so that I can't corner shoot him. If he had magnums, I could corner shoot with my own Orcans, but I cannot because he's got the pinatas mounted to that thing too. And at this point, I'm running out of bots slowly, so I'm trying to make sure my aphids hit him right there when he's stationary. After a Griffin jump, when he lands, he's stationary for a second or so, where he can't really do much anymore. And that's the moment when your aphids come in. Right then, there's a full damage for all your aphids there, because they are hitting him perfectly then. Firing at this Fury with his Zeus with our aphids, once again taking this guy almost out. Somebody got him still. And it seems like we're gonna win this now. It's a really, really good match so far. Although not all of the things that I tried to come up with worked very well, like a lot of things have been completely going wrong, but altogether things were still quite good here in this round. We were able to take this last guy out, and our team has certainly won this match. So we have another one for you, or I have another one for you. I'm speaking like I'm in a team or something. Actually, I do have a team, people translating my videos, which I want to say thanks to you guys at this point. But maybe still it's a little bit weird to use the term we. Alright, so next map, Shenzhen here, once again starting different now with our Galahad. I saw a Haeshi coming up here to the other side, and I feel confident because I have my own Galahad with this shield. So I can just totally focus out this Haeshi there and rely on my frontal shield to, you know, take away the damage that I otherwise would get. I've already taken down half this Haeshi, and I'm also more confident because I know we have the other Lancelot guy with us. It goes to say that my my Galahad is only level 10, Mark 1 of course, and also my weapons are level 9, level 10. So it's not really, we're not gonna dominate with this. And unfortunately, we lost this one because there was yet another person coming around with a full Lancelot, and now it's just shielded person, shielded person, shielded person. Right? Everyone has an energy shield now, and if you take a look down here, the only option I have to spawn in is either a Zeus Carnage, which doesn't do me any good here, or rockets. That means I cannot spawn here. Although this is Beacon Rush, and in theory I would be able to reinforce this beacon. I wish I could help my friend here, the guy walking up here with my Lancelot, but there is no chance for me to help him in any way because we have also been using plasma and all their shields are still at full strength. So if I dropped there with a rocket griffin or something, I would have just died and wouldn't have been able to do anything there. So unfortunately, I have to abandon my teammate there, and unfortunately, I have to abandon the beacon too. I'm spawning in my Carnage Zeus here nonetheless, because I still want to take out that Heichi here. It is a very important thing for me to take out Haishis whenever I can. So let's focus this guy real quick. It seems like they're busy for something, so I'm able to thankfully drop this one Haishi here before he does any more harm to us. And yeah, also this Lancelot right here seems to be busy looking the other direction, which gives me plenty of time to fire into his back. Of course, let's say it how it is. This Zeus is not gonna completely destroy a Lancelot very quickly. Although it does need to be said as well that the Zeus is actually still, considering it's a sniping weapon, has a quite good damage output as a DPM, damage per minute still, right? The DPS is not very important at this point. Damage per minute, I want to say you can still have a really good sustained firepower with it. Of course, more so when you use it 3 times on a Fury, but yeah. Here I had some guy, my targeting screwed me up. I wanted to run around the corner and snipe him real quick. Let's go back for a second, just to explain what happened here. I wanted to go out, snipe real quick with a Zeus, and go back behind cover. But my targeting system trolled me here, targeting this guy for 1 second. This guy is out of 600 meters range, which means my weapon has just lost its targeting. And if I want to fire now, you see what's happening, I have to retarget. But I had this plan in my head, so I walked out anyways, finding myself unable to fire, and then dying without even doing much in return. That's what happens very often when you use the Zeus here. You're gonna be able to, you target somebody for a second, he's outside of your range, and you have to completely retarget, and you have very little control over that, and that's a very frustrating thing. Now I'm spawning a Death Button Griffin with 300 meters range. I know there's two guys over there with RDBs or something, and they outrange me. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to walk closer to them so that no matter what happens, I can at least fire back. I was able to drop a bit of health here on his bot, and thanks to the fact that I walked closer, I was able to hit him and not be outranged. If I had walked further to the left around the buildings, I couldn't have hit these guys, but they could have hit me. So if you fight somebody as an RDB with Tulumbas and pins, and you have a normal Death Button Griffin with 300 meters range, whoa, this Griffin right there was dropped hard, then try to get close by using cover or something, otherwise you're gonna be really screwed, right? Okay, I don't know what's coming around the corner. I need to spot. And it seems to be a knife golem. The golem has quite a lot of health, but against a complete Death Button who's locked and loaded, he goes down very quickly, and I even have some fire support coming from behind. So I was able to kill that golem very quickly without taking too much damage. Here I realized we have two RDBs extremely close together. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to double splash these guys. I'm trying to hit both of them, and thus triggering both of these people to make a suicide or make a rescue jump. Both of them made their rescue jump in exactly the same direction, and I was once again able to double splash them afterwards, because they literally jumped into the same direction and landed directly next to each other. That was very lucky and very funny on top of that, and therefore I was able to once again double splash and kill one and take down the other guy also. But now the problem is he's still in an RDB outranging my bot while I can't really hit him back. So I'm kind of relying here on this Rhino walking up to me. I know he's probably going to splash around the corner. Yup, he is trying to do that. And we still have a full Orkan Haichi here around this building corner. And this guy is regenerating his shield, right? Because that's what you're going to do when you have an OP bot that has a built-in shield that is always active and almost massive firepower and dash. You're going to make sure not to fight unless you know you're going to win. And that's what he's trying to do here with regenerating his entire shield before he takes us out, or takes on us in the encounter. Thankfully, my Rhino was able to make use of the fact that I dropped the shield, right? At this point here, I knew that these shields are gonna be the one thing stopping us from killing him. So I drained his shield without dealing damage to his bot. I just drained the shield. That was a very important move because that allowed my Rhino friend here, just a random teammate, to attack this person here and take him down together with me with all the Orkan power because his shield was taken down and was useless. Man, my throat is getting dry from all the talking, but I think this is maybe you guys can let me know in the comments what you think of this. I was planning on making this maybe another video series where we're gonna kind of try to focus on thought process while doing the battle, right? I know I have no other choice but to take down this Ansel shield, so I'm gonna do it right here. He realizes I'm at very little health, so he walks out again, Taking a bit of a damage here from my rockets because the energy shield was already done, but I'm unfortunately not able to take him down because it's a Lancelot, and a Lancelot is just 2 bots in one, and he's gonna destroy you unless you, I don't know, are incredibly, you know, surprising him from behind or whatnot, or really having a good maxed out Mark II weapon or something. Otherwise, you're really having a problem against that Lancelot. And I'm outranging here most of his weapons there from this Lancelot. He doesn't have an Ansel shield, so I'm using my Tulumba 500 meter splash range to deal a good amount of damage to him, and find myself this guy already being aimed at me and ready for it. Now, here's one thing I want to do. I know they're walking towards our beacon behind this building, and what I do basically, I drain his shield, so that once the shield is done, I jump into the other bot and make use of the shield that I just drained to kill him. That was, in theory, a very good move, because this way I was able to kill that full Lancelot really quickly without taking much damage myself. Look, I'm pretty much at 75% myself, and this full action would have been very good if there wouldn't have been a second person. Because there was a second person, I made this move that in theory was a good thought, but didn't work at all, because now they still have their beacon, and I dropped 2 bots to do this, right? I sacrificed the Fujin, and I sacrificed the Griffin, and the result is that what I tried to do did not work. We still lost that beacon, and they still have a bot sitting on it. So it was a completely waste of 2 bots without any positive result. Very sad. I still think the thought was a good one, because with sacrificing my bot, but before that, using all the firepower against that Ansel shield, I really took down that Lancelot very quickly and very effectively. The problem was, of course, here that they had this other guy with a full death button. But I should have seen this guy, and I shouldn't have made that move. Anyways, this is a very different video here, giving you guys my analysis and thought process to the combat here. Let's see what you guys think about it. If you find it very good, or I don't know, you want to see more of this, I'm trying to give you that and more often in the future, okay? So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe as brutal as a man can hit for more. Thanks for bearing with me. You guys are awesome. As always, Manni-Gaming signing off. Bye-bye.